Have you ever said that you were going to accomplish something, but then bitched out at the last second? Minutes later, you heard that voice in your head saying, let's not do that. That would be hard. That would be uncomfortable. And then you listen to that voice. If so, I might have a solution for you. So, so as of recently, I've been reading this book, "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins, and I just picked it up. It was like late at night one night. I couldn't sleep, so I just picked a random book on my phone, started reading it, and the way it's making me look at my own discipline. I'm very undisciplined, is what I'm like learning. So what this book is teaching me is how to be more disciplined and accountable for my like own surroundings and like actions. Everything in my life is like I'm accountable for. I'm responsible for the current situation. And looking into David Goggins' life and his mindset, and I honestly recommend everybody go read this book. It's making me realize that a lot of times I was avoiding discomfort, even though, I'm up here preaching to you guys and stuff like that. So, as of recently, I've been taking a look into my own life and trying to level up my own discipline. One lesson from the book that one lesson that this book has taught me or told me to do was after like one of the chapters very early, so the book will go, it'll tell you a story, and then it'll kind of like give you a challenge or something that you could do. If you're reading a book just to say you're reading a book, you're wasting your fucking time, and that's what everybody does. Don't be like 99% of people. If you want to actually get something out of your book, you pick a book with a goal, and if the author tells you to do something, you do it. So once I realized, it's like, this book helped me level up my discipline. David Goggins was like, anytime one of these challenges would come up, I would be like, all right, let's do what David Goggins says. I believe that's where Hamza got like putting the post-it notes and all that shit on his wall. He talks a lot about David Goggins. That's just a wild assumption, but like David Goggins was saying, put post-it notes on your mirror of your goals. So every time you look yourself in the mirror and you see your goals, you could see why you're not achieving them. But I already have all my goals up on my wall, but I mean, like that could be me kind of avoiding doing the fucking challenge. But uh, one of the challenges, anyways, back to the main point of the video. One of the challenges was saying, write down everything that makes you uncomfortable, and then you need to chase like this discomfort, like because we're all becoming too comfortable in our lives, and the second shit gets hard, a lot like most people would fold. The best example of this I could give is like imagine the pacer test that you did in high school. A lot of those kids, and like most of those kids, as soon as it got a little bit too hard for them to fucking breathe or just like keep running, like around lap 10 or 20, half of the class already dropped off. So, and like the only ones who kept pushing on were like the people who could chase discomfort. And think about the last two people running that pacer test. They're not running it because they're trying to get a high goal from themselves. They're just chasing the fucking discomfort of being in competition with each other. Like the discomfort doesn't even matter to them. All the people who folded before, they literally got a little bit discomfortable, like uncomfortable. We're like, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this. The two people who are running back and forth, they are literally could give a fuck less if they're uncomfortable right now. The only thing that matters is getting a higher number than the other person. So that's why we can't be too comfortable with being comfortable. You get what I'm saying? So we need to be able to chase like discomfort. And I wrote down like simple things like, I hate being cold. I hate having cold sweats. I hate cardio. I could lift weights all day. I fucking hate cardio. I have you guys see my dog, right? This motherfucker sheds all over the place, and I don't like sweeping every day. And one thing that the book made me realize that I was doing was I was taking the easy way out of my own accountability. This is my dog, but I was taking the easy. So with the dog, my bad, the video cut out. So with the dog, I basically realized I was avoiding my own responsibility because the book would say if something gets hard, taking the easy way out is gonna literally affect your life drastically later on in the future. So with my dog, he sheds a lot, and I have to like literally sweep every day, or else there'll be hair all over the house. And I decided to take the easy way out of that situation by telling my girl and being like, hey, sweep the house every day, clean, cook, all that stuff, because I'm working a lot, paying the bills and stuff like that. But when I tell her to sweep the house every day because my dog sheds everywhere, that's me avoiding the responsibility of me owning my own dog. So what I've been doing as of recently, because of the book, is like, okay, I would consider that like peasant work because, my old entrepreneur mindset would be like, "Oh, I need to be focused on making money, and if I'm sweeping the house, I'm not making money, and I could pay somebody to sweep the house." But it's like, shut the fuck up. I'm broke for one. Like, okay, so let's get out of that mindset. Let's just sweep the house and build our discipline now. Cause like we're not rich enough. I'm not rich enough, obviously, to pay some fucking dude to come into my house and sweep the fucking floor every day to keep the hair off the floor. And like, yeah, I got my girl. She could do it for free. She doesn't mind. She loves the dog just as much as I do. But if I just do it myself, I would build my own discipline and I would become a more responsible person, caring for my own dog. It kind of made me realize my discipline was shit because one time in the book, it was like, I was inspired and I like wrote down, I was like, I'm going for a 2 mile run tonight. And it was actually a couple days ago. When I got home that day, I laid down and I was all like, I was a little bit exhausted from talking to people, knocking doors all day, having conversations and stuff. And I laid down, I was like, I'm gonna just sit here for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'm gonna get up, lace up, grab the dog, and me and him are going for a run. Like I said, I wrote down in the book, I fucking hate cardio. I don't do running. I was just chasing the uncomfortable feeling. So next day, 4:30 in the morning, I wake up after, I laid down at that time and I was like, I'll get up in 15 minutes. I basically didn't get back up. And I was like, my bitch ass fucking said I was going for a run. I came home, laid down, and went to sleep. And it's 4:30 in the morning, and my new schedule that I have set on my calendar, I'm not supposed to wake up until, I'm not like going to wake up until 7, but I could not go back to sleep that whole time. I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, I'm such a bitch. Like, dude, I can't even go for a fucking run. And like, that's kind of like what this book is kind of making me realize. It's all like, I could be doing a lot more to level up my discipline. So that morning, like after like 30 minutes at like 5 in the morning, I got up, got my shoes on, grabbed the dog, and we fucking ran, bro. And like, I have not ran or done any cardio since the story that I told you guys. Me literally back in fucking high school playing like lacrosse or something was probably like the last cardio that I ever done in my life. But doing that run with the dog, I've doing that run with the dog. It was uncomfortable as hell, but it felt amazing. Like I have my regular walk with my dog. Once I like first broke out into a sprint and I came on like to the first turn that I have on my walk with my dog, I deviated the opposite way and just kept running like because I'm trying to extend my run, and it felt like I broke free when I just like turned off the like path that I usually walk with my dog and I just ran the other way. It felt like I broke free and I just kept running and running and running. And by the end of it, it was like 20 degrees that day. I felt like I was sweating, but anytime I like felt my head or like my ears, they were just cold and like it felt like the like literal sweat was like freezing on my head. Like I said, I don't like cold. And by the time I was done with the run, my ears were like fucking hurting. I just felt an insane pressure on my head. I couldn't fucking breathe. It means I need to run more, obviously. But I was just like, I need to do that more. And I need to chase more uncomfortable feelings like that, because if I don't do that, when it comes time to do some hard shit like that night when I said I'm coming home, I'm doing a 2 mile run, I bitched out because I don't even like, my discipline skill is just so low. Like it's not up there to just do the shit that needs to be done. So how can I level it up? By, taking responsibility for like even just a small shit that I have, such as, just literally once a day, sweep the fucking house and just keep all the hair off the floor. And instead of just taking the easy responsibility out and be like, the problem's taken care of, my girl's sweeping the house, yeah, not making the money, yeah, I'm such an alpha male, it's like, shut the fuck up. Sweep the fucking house, make your bed, do the basic shit first, and then when a bigger task, such as being like, I'm going home and I'm running 2 miles tonight, when that time comes, when that voice in your fucking head starts to being like, no, let's not do that, that's hard, you know what voice I'm talking about, the second one in your head that like makes you rethink whatever task you're about to do and like makes you avoid uncomfortable situations, the one that's all like, no, I don't want to do that, running's hard. Yeah, like fuck that voice. Whenever that voice comes up in your head, if you just do the small stuff first, it will literally train you to just tell that voice to shut the fuck up. You're building your discipline. So that's just kind of what the book taught me. It's Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Fucking amazing book. Can't wait to finish it. And then I even already bought the other book by David Goggins. I'm going to start it right after. I'm going to spend the next couple months of my life leveling up my discipline been reading a lot about finances and all that stuff, and I'm knocking doors on sales and shit, and that's kind of giving me the other training that I need for my entrepreneurship. But I'm gonna take some time to level up my discipline, and after that I'll hop back on the entrepreneurship books. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, I was really upset that I came home that day, fell asleep, and because I fell asleep, I literally just like, when I woke up the next morning at like 4:30, I just could not go back to sleep. I was just fucking so disappointed in myself, and I was like, this is what happens when you avoid the smaller like, this is what happens when you avoid the smaller responsibilities in your life. Whenever something like big and like really uncomfortable happens, you literally just find a way to just like avoid it and just be like, yeah, I ain't doing that shit, because we're just conditioning ourselves to be a bunch of fucking pussies. So let's not be some pussies, guys. I'm in the video there. Sorry if it's a bit shorter. I didn't write any notes. All this shit was off the top of my head, but I hope you guys do something productive today. Work on your mental health, work on your business, work on just fucking making some money, bruh. Other than that, I'll catch you guys up later. Peace out.